Hi, this is Mark Sellers. You've probably heard of a guy named Tim Ferriss. Tim is a famous author of The 4 Hour Work Week. He's a famous blogger, famous podcaster, and I like Tim. I like his stuff. He's pushing the boundaries all the time. He's a curious guy. He's doing some good work out there. Tim said something recently that I really disagree with, and I want to share that with you. It wasn't controversial or anything like that, but it's going to help me make a point about how to become a more impactful leader and coach. So I'm going to read this by looking down. Tim said, "It is far more lucrative and fun to leverage your strengths instead of attempting to fix all the chinks in your armor." Now, if I'm a 12 handicap golfer and I'm trying to become a 6 handicap golfer, or in my case, I'm about a 6 handicap golfer who would love to become a 3 handicap golfer again, that's probably not going to happen because I don't have the time to put into it. But if that were the case, then I would say, yes, I would agree with what Tim has to say. Double down on your strengths, so to speak, and get better and better and better. Yeah. Or if you're trying to cut your PR time for a 10K or a marathon. Yeah. But if you're trying to become a better leader and coach, then I'd say doubling down on your strengths, getting better at what you are already good at is absolutely not going to make you a more effective leader and coach. Here's why. You have a set of traits that come natural to you. I'll call these success traits. These are things that you do without even thinking about them. They are your natural tendencies. They're like breathing. You don't have to think about them. I'm competitive. I don't have to think about being competitive. I'm just being me. I'm competitive. Or maybe for someone else, you're really loyal. You don't have to think about it. You're just, by DNA, your natural tendency, you're a loyal person, okay? Or you're a natural-born leader. You come into a room, you can gather those people and rally those people around some cause, and you do that naturally. You don't even have to think about it. Well, what happens is, because of this thing I call the vice and the virtue, we reach a point where those natural tendencies, those success traits, start to work against us. Not only do they not help us, they work against us. They are the reasons we are not progressing and getting better and better in our leadership, in our coaching, and in our management. And that's because we reach a point in our lives where these things, they have diminishing returns. They just no longer serve us the way they once did. We don't know that's happening. I call that a blind spot. And as a result, we basically take steps backwards in who we are. So that said, I want to share with you a tool that I use with my clients called the Enneagram that really becomes a place for us to talk about this thing, this vice and the virtue, these blind spots, how these success traits no longer serve you. So if you haven't checked it out, check out the Enneagram. It's a modern day, I should say, they would call it today a personality test, but it's much more than that. But it teaches us very simply that everybody, no matter which of the 9 types that you are predominantly, and we are predominantly just one of those 9 types, doesn't matter which one, that every type has a healthy side and an unhealthy side. The healthy side is when we're just being ourselves and these success traits are having a great impact. Okay, great, the healthy side. The unhealthy side is when we're not, when these traits are not helping us, they are getting in the way of us becoming better, more powerful leaders and coaches, and we have no idea that that's happening. So every one of these types has this unhealthy side. And the key to becoming a better version of yourself is to not double down on what you are already doing well, that comes natural to you, but exposing the unhealthy side for what it is, not judging yourself for that, but rather learning from the gift that is put in front of you, and being brutally honest with yourself, and learning how to deal with something that comes natural to you, but that does no good, that serves no value at all to you. So don't double down on what you are already good at to try to become a better leader and coach. Embrace your flaws. Embrace your imperfections. Learn from the experiences that you most certainly will have many times a week and maybe even a day. Learn from those so that you can become a better version of yourself in the process. Hopefully this was helpful. A lot of good stuff here. Check out the Enneagram. Check out my book, Blind Spots, The Hidden Killer of Sales Coaching. Check out Daniel Goleman's stuff on emotional intelligence. It's terrific. Be brutally honest with yourself and let the lessons come to you and learn from them. Be well.